Welcome to One Take Science News. You need the hottest and coolest news from all around.
Hey everyone, I'm lovely Signey, your reporter for today's One Take Science News, bringing you the hottest and the coolest news from all around. For today's topic, we'll be discussing tropical rains and cold fronts. To give you a bit of a background, around 20 tropical typhoons hit Philippine territory yearly. From Christmas last year, you can count around 3 different instances where a depression or a front hits the Philippines. Typhoon Nock-Ten, locally known as Typhoon Nina, was the Philippines' strongest typhoon last year. Cost around 2.7 billion pesos in damages, affected around 2 million people, and was also one unique way of ending the year. Even more recently, around the 6th January this year, Adrian, a local name for the Philippines tropical depression of 2017, has already cost 37 million pesos in damages. But more recent than that, another low-pressure area and tail end of a cold front has been approaching the Philippines since the 10th of January, around the same time Adrian started leaving the country, and has already put a city into state of calamity and has taken 7 lives of people. It is quite obvious that the Philippines is a tropical country, and so we get our fair share of rains. But do we really understand how these storms were created? For that purpose, let us call on Mr. John Achapero from the Philippine Science Research Division.
Hi lovely, thanks for that great introduction. Now we're gonna get right into it. Tropical depression, at its core, is basically heated air. This variation in temperature also varies the air's density. This difference in density then creates a difference in pressure. Cold air is denser than hot air. A low pressure area means that the present cold air was heated up to the point that it rises up. Since the air has now risen, cold air will take its place. When this happens, it's called the cold front. While this happens, the hot air above begins condensing and turns into a cloud. This cycle repeats until the air temperature begins to normalize, usually around land, since land is cooler, which prevents the clouds from getting bigger. Nock-Ten, or Nina, started off around the southeast of the Philippines as a small tropical depression. Being beside the equator, the oceans are directly heated by the sun, making it easier for small depressions to turn into large typhoons. This was also the case for Nina. Nina went through an extreme increase in size and strength around the 24th of December. It then entered Philippine territory, wrecked the place, then started weakening as it proceeded west. Our ring is pretty much the same thing, except weaker. However, while our ring is barreling through the Philippines, an LPA came up from the east and began moving to the west. We were then hit by the tail end of a cold front, or the intersection of the cold front and warm air. This then caused the state of calamity stated earlier. And that about wraps it up. Back to you, lovely.
Thank you, John. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching One Take Science News, bringing you the hottest and the coolest news from all around. Reminding you to always bring an umbrella. Thanks for watching.
Roll credits. Thanks to John Achapero, Adrian Guanzon, Rodil Jim Jizmundo, Rosette Olmillo, and lovely Signey. Copyright 2017. Brody.